good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. This is your special talk show from Comrade Fritz Misodi. Today we have some package for you guys. I know it has been about 2 or 3 days that I've not come online. So because of someone busy schedule, but I will be making sure that I come online so that we can have the information that you guys are always there for. So thank you for watching. Today we're gonna talk about how La Republic is going down economically, and what is really the problem. The economic downturn, the deteriorating economic of La Republic, and how they are trying to see what kind of exit strategy they want to take for the Amazonian struggle. We have seen the deteriorating economic situation of La Republic. We'll talk about that. We'll talk also about the ADF and AGovC brouhaha. Okay. Then we'll also be talking about those issues that happen in the Canada talk, and how La Republic has destroyed the country called Amazonia. But let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about, see, if you are this dull, I don't want to use some very harsh words here, but if you know what you're doing, will you in your right mind support a government that does not know what to do? A government that for 40 years has not done anything good that can help the local population. The Cameroon government has been there for 40 years plus with one president. And all along, we have seen the people of La Republic and the people of Amazonia being bundled up in a small package. There is poverty, there is economic downturn, there is high prices of goods, there is anything that you can think of. Corruption has skyrocketed. The people are suffering. Then they spend millions and millions of dollars to fight the people of Amazonia. But if you see a country like this that cannot even fix their own road, they cannot even fix their own road, they cannot even fix the problem of traffic in their own country, in the economic capital, how do you expect that kind of country to come and fix your own country? I'm asking these people that are, look at a motor, look. Where are you seeing this? Passing with their bike under a truck. You tell me that this country will come and be better someday? Talk less of you expecting this country to come and fix your country. I just want people, look, I listened to this guy called Paddy Asanga. This guy, if
John Bakura, I'll come to you just.
This guy lives in Europe, but I think he needs to start visiting psychiatry hospital, because in America that I am, I understand that people are sick sometimes, and when they are sick, they have choices. You go visit your own doctor, or you go to different. Your doctor will recommend you different types of doctors, specialists. This guy need to go to a mental health or psychiatric to check what he's talking sometimes, because when I listen to him, I don't see any sense. Let's listen to him, what he's trying to say. Then I'll ask you people to tell me if this guy is saying sense.
Yeah, John Bakura, I'll come to you just shortly, but let me briefly get Padia Sanga. You have a remark? Just yeah.
Yes, I'm going to touch on three things. Who are we and our history? I'll talk about France, and I'll talk about hate speech. Going down to our history, I listened to one white girl educate people in the diaspora, saying that don't keep saying that your history, that the British or the French owe you anything. They are not interested in your history. They are interested at this moment. How can we help you and you help us? What can we get from you and what can you give us? So these people who are talking about history as a historical problem, some blunders were made in history, but that doesn't deter you from moving forward and saying that, okay, how do we correct these mistakes of the past so that we live together as one entity? There is this girl of Amnesty International. He almost humiliated, I think it was Chris Ano. Then they went and brought in another white boy. Humiliation upon, say, we are not interested in your history. Now that the history is there, what do? We have a history of living together, Francophones and Anglophones. And then you have, we want an Anglophone president. But you have hate speakers on Facebook who will tell you that, oh, Francophones, they enslave you. And they would have been slave. Bamileke, they go. Francophone must go. But their parents are living here.
This guy, I now understand that this guy is a Bamileke guy, but he's talking because he's a federalist. He wants the country to be united, so he can bring any kind of innuendos. I don't know what he's trying to say here, right? Imagine.
You have a remark? Just yeah.
Yes, I'm going to touch on three things. Who are we and our history? I'll talk about France, and I'll talk about hate speech. Going down to our history, I listened to one white girl educate people in the diaspora, saying that don't keep saying that your history, that the British or the French owe you anything. They are not interested in your history. They are interested at this moment. How can we help you and you help us? What can we get from you and what can you give us? So these people who are talking about history as a historical problem, some blunders were made in history, but that doesn't deter you from moving forward and saying that, okay, how do we correct these mistakes of the past so that we live together as one entity?
Wait, let me answer this guy. He first mentioned about history. He talked about history. Then he come and contradict himself again, say they should remove France from African countries who are. But is that not? France is a colonial problem, and we we don't have problem with Britain. We have problem with France. And he's trying to say that there is no. Okay, he said that the French people are the problem. Then later he said we should not be talking about history. Then at the end of his say, he start kind of talk about we should learn how to live together. Vive ensemble. That's a slogan that they teach him. But this guy is a federalist. This guy is a federalist, like Munzo and the others. How do you achieve your federal system when you don't fight for freedom? Is not free. They will not give you they are saying they are free federalists. More than 60% of people who are in jail today for this struggle are federalists. Yes, are federalists, because those are people who were arrested earlier, in the struggle when they were thinking of try to fix the system of governance. This guy is making all this noise now because the independentists have paved the way for them, the federalists, now to feel free to talk until they can even make noise. But they don't want to recognize the work done by those who are still standing tall. Well, what has he done in the struggle to be saying I want Viva and Sam, I want a federal system? Nothing. He's the biggest noisemaker I've ever seen in this struggle. He's the biggest noisemaker. But his last point of Viva and Sam, they talk about France, talk about history. It's just a total contradiction. He claimed to be a member of the SDF, don't doubt. But what is SDF doing to bring the federal system that they have been fighting for more than 20 years? What? Nothing. They will just go and be paying Frundi money. SDF has not won any senator in this fake recent senatorial election. Why are you still there? Why are you staying in a one-party system, and you are enabling the La Republic government to think that, to fool the world, that they have a multi-party system? There's no multi-party there. These are the re-enablers of the dictatorial system that is in that country, and they claim that he is saying that he's in SDF. Do you think in your own rightful mind SDF will ever rule that country? Let's just say SDF. No, don't even mention Camto. Don't even mention MRC with the other. He has not seen the Frankies. The Frankies are coming now that they want to lead. This guy is the most dullest guy I've ever seen. I don't want to use bad language on him, but when you see what he's saying, he's not even saying the sense. What is he doing to bring the federal system that he is fighting, he claimed to be fighting for? Nothing. They just sit, but they are talking trash about people who are there every day trying to fight for the freedom and human rights. That is a crazy guy, man. I don't want to talk about him no more. Let's talk about this issue of Cameroon destruction. And we join these people. You say we should not talk about history, but this guy doesn't know that we had international airport, Tico International Airport. Where is it today? Gone. We had the Victoria Deep Sea Port. They destroy it till today. We don't have a port. They want us to go and be sending cargo and things in Douala. There was a Tico port. There was a Yoke dam. We had a dam that supplied us light. We never had problem with light in southern Cameroon. We had a National Produce Marketing Board. We never had any problem with shipping our goods, our coffee and cocoa abroad by ourselves. We never had any problem. Where is marketing board today? It's destroyed. We had the Cameroon Bank. Cameroon Bank was a bank that Southern Cameroonian was initiated by Foncha. But today we don't have any of those banks. Nothing of Southern Cameroon Institute. We had the Nimba Automobile. We had the Nanga Company. We had the Bisonga Airport. We had the Menchu Falls. All these things, I can go on and on and on and on. But where is it today? It's gone. So, if you don't think of history, how do you keep fighting for what belongs to you? Why should we be talking that we should not mention history? But this is what is the main root causes of the problem, where people are marginalized, their history is wiped out. There's what we call ethnic cleansing. Genocide is carried out. They want to silence the people, then they want the people to be quiet. So, if you are a human being and you see all these atrocities and you stay quiet, what do you expect the international community to do? The international community came in since in 2018, 2019. The Trump administration passed out this AGOA policy. And that AGOA thing was the best first sanction that was given to Cameroon government. Okay. The US cut more than 17 million in security aid that they used to be giving to the Cameroon government, okay, because of its human rights record. The human right killing, the human killing of people in southern Cameroon and Amazonia was a main cause of this sanction that they gave to Cameroon government. Today, Cameroon government is begging the American government to reinstate them. Okay, the American government is not reinstating them because of the human rights record. That is what is happening, and you see, La Republic is going down economically because they don't have something to hold on to. Okay, now this sanction, we saw the La Republic Minister of External Relations trying to go and beg for support that they should reinstate them. Okay, this is the, look at it. This is a newspaper saying it. It's not me. Paul Biya cotis les USA pour le retour de Cameroun dans l'AGOA. Okay, this is the Cameroon government trying to beg US to reinstall them as member of this AGOA. Why? Because AGOA helps these sub-Saharan countries to improve their trade ties to the US. Okay, and all the eligible countries must meet that criteria, including good human rights record, to benefit from the trade. So Cameroon has failed in their human rights record. So in 2019, the US government sanctioned Cameroon. The Trump administration removed Cameroon from this AGOA. And that is it's called AGOA, African Growth and Opportunity Act. Okay, that help all these sub-Saharan African countries. Okay, so this is what is going on, and now the Cameroon government and the minister of minister delegate at the external relations, Felix Mbayo, is trying to say, oh, that the sanction was not, but it was on human rights. You cannot refuse sanction that was levied on the Cameroon government against its human rights record. Okay, but at the end of the day, the $17 million that the US was giving Cameroon government, okay, was cut off because of their human rights record. And that is the reason why we still praise President Trump today, okay, for his stance against human rights, where countries go against these laws that they sign. Most of these countries who are signatories, they fail them, they go against it. So this was one of the sanctions that we, till date, is the best that the United States took against the Cameroon government. Now, the impact has been so hard on the government. That's why you see the Cameroon government is begging for America to try and come back, you see, and help in the situation. But it is just difficult, because you cannot keep a people for too long and trying to claim that things are normal. Things are not normal. Things are not normal. Okay? We are expecting change. Yes, huge change in this crisis, so that the government of America, I know of the other sanctions like the visa ban that they also gave, but I hope that they can do more on these sanctions, because as we speak, the Cameroon government is still committing atrocities in Amazonia. So we are urging the United States not to readmit Cameroon government in AGOA, because they are still, the human rights record is as bad as you can say. So we are still urging them to maintain the sanction and not readmit Cameroon government into that AGOA membership, so that they have to be accountable for their own bad decisions. Okay, thank you very much for that, because we are trying to make them know that the Cameroon government has not changed since 2017 that the sanction was made. It's still the same La Republic. They have not changed. Yeah. Now let's talk about this issue of where you have the recklessness of the Cameroon army killing the people of southern Cameroon, and they go without accountability. You see, you see the way they drive in southern Cameroon with their trucks. They have, they don't have accountability. They can kill and nobody will question them. Okay. But this one that happened in Bamenda, the people of southern Cameroon in Bamenda who stood up and said, no, enough is enough. Okay. And if you, from this video, you see how the bike riders of, march across the street of Bamenda to say no to the killing. And that army truck that smashed these people that died, for nothing, they just smashed them and passed. But I'm very happy with the reaction of the bike riders, the local population, they stood up and said, no, enough of this. And that is what each community has to do. You cannot allow these armies to come and kill your people every day. Every day. We saw even the Ekona women. We saw even the Kumba women. Those are the courage we are talking about. Community is stronger than all these military that are around there. If the community come out and say no to this, the army cannot shoot all those people. No way. They cannot. If the community come out, they know that they're in trouble. And that is what our people should be doing. If anything happens in your community, rally the people and march where you want to march. That is the strength of community mobilization. Okay. Now, let's talk about this issue. And you see these guys marching. That's it. When you see what is happening in La Republic, the citizens themselves are tired. The citizens themselves are tired. They say, enough is enough. Listen to this one. He said, what La Republic is doing to them, they think that they can go and do it to the people of Southern Cameroon. The people of Southern Cameroon are not them. We will fight and take back the land. It is not their land. It's not the body. If somebody come and take your land and you keep quiet, the person does all kinds of things to you, you keep quiet. You are a fool. You are a fool. You have to fight back. It's your land. It's your land. Fight and take it back. Listen to this Ladrobi citizen.
Les boulots ont décidé de terrasser le Cameroun. Tuer tout le peuple anglophone, vu que le pouvoir reste entre leurs mains. Mais je vais vous dire quelque chose aujourd'hui. Vous avez toqué à la mauvaise porte. Je vous avais dit qu'on ne touche pas à Wandé Wandé. L'anglophone dit un jour, un jour. Un homme qui a pour habitude de dire un jour, ça veut dire que l'espoir vit en lui. Si un être humain a pour habitude de vous dire un jour, rassurez-vous que l'espoir vit en lui. Il n'y a que des hommes qui ont de l'espoir qui disent un jour. Le mendiant ne dit jamais un jour. Le mendiant, c'est maintenant et tout de suite. Je vous ai dit hier que Paul Biya est tellement mendiant de son propre corps qu'il va même mourir, même les articles ne vont voir rien pour manger. Parce qu'il a tout consommé à son vivant. Où est passé Paul Biya? Il est enterré où? Même son entourage ne le reconnaît pas. Chacun garde à son tour. Quand on regarde le sort qui est réservé à Paul Biya, il dit, je préfère manger pour le moment. À ma mort, je ne me rappellerai de rien. Il n'y a que le mendiant qui pense comme ça. Et beaucoup d'entre nous en diaspora, on a pour espoir de dire changement dans la paix. Cette paix-là, ça serait dans vos sommets les plus profonds. Chaque boulot a une arme cachée. Il vous attend en guerre. Mais même a volé 193 milliards de francs CFA. Il a les armes cachées. Même étant à Etoudi, à Ekoningui, vous attend. Il a envoyé les pions en diaspora. Vous suivez et être trop près de vous. Vous avez dit que c'était des hommes sérieux. Je le dis et je l'assume. Vous avez compris? On ne tire jamais l'arme dans la maison. N'oubliez jamais cela. Tout ce que vos parents vous ont dit dans votre enfance, si vous avez oublié, vous avez confondu avec les champagnes, c'est faux. Revenez à la raison. Si les anglophones ont dit chop pot, ce n'était pas anodin. Ils étaient conscients de ce qu'ils disaient. Le boulot mange, il casse l'assiette. Un poulet qu'on peut manger à 6, le boulot braise pour manger sur place. Le boulot a décidé de tuer tout le peuple anglophone. Pourquoi la crise anglophone ne peut pas s'arrêter? Pourquoi Mathias Onangene a toujours le même propos dans la bouche? Parce que c'est un mendiant de nature. Quand il n'avait pas encore de place très proche, il expliquait c'était quoi le gouvernement. Il s'est rapproché, il a compris que le gouvernement n'existait pas, c'était un cartel. Il fallait se taire et parler exactement comme eux pour avoir de quoi se mettre dans la bouche. Mais 90% d'entre eux mangent tous les jours et se comportent toujours comme des coqs. Ils mangent depuis 1982 et ils brossent la bouche au sol pour jurer sur la terre de leurs ancêtres qui n'ont jamais rien mis dans leur gésier. Boulot assassin. Que personne ne vienne dire le contraire de ce que je connais déjà, parce que je l'ai dans la cervelle. Dans tous vos villages, les commissaires de police et les commandants sont les boulous. Ils nous ont encerclés depuis la nuit des temps. Vous obéissez, oui ou non, le boulot va détruire. Il est préparé à détruire. Il rêve de détruire. Tout ce qui l'intéresse, c'est de détruire. Il n'a jamais rien construit depuis 82. Partagez le direct. Il faut qu'on comprenne que c'est cette coloniale qui a dit. Vous voulez que le Cameroun soit un et indivisible. Je veux que ça se sépare. Même une femme, quand le mariage ne fonctionne pas, arrêtez vos bêtises de dire on est un et indivisible. Qu'est-ce que vous faites pour que vos chéris restent sur place? Quand on a m'aidé et le courage de dire mon amour, je me suis trompé. Mon chéri, je me suis très mal comporté. Je voudrais qu'on revienne comme on était avant. Que ça soit toujours uni entre nous deux. Que rien n'arrive à nous séparer. Non, le boulot a montré qu'il n'a pas besoin.
You see, this guy is speaking from his own anger, you know. We have seen this in most time, a lot of public citizens getting mad and just airing out their anger and anguish. All right. But when something gets out of hand, okay, when something is out of hand, you have to say it as it is. Let's talk about the ADF division, ADF Wahala. I'll bring up one of our brother who, you know, speak much about that, how Kapo and Ayaba Bruhaha because of Kapo Daniel's resignation. So make we listen, then we'll come back to that.
Fabian,
Right, King.
no, this thing no be loving thing, no. Like very big problem. Just that Amazon and the like for always come back can't chop where it already mixed with sand. Remember, ma tell you, remember see, time where they be appoint Capo Daniel and Tapang Ivor. Now the beginning of pick a problem that for ADF, AGovC. I was in responsibility to protect forum, their main forum. Abidede, where they coach pick all can consult Abu Free ask pick say young Capo Daniel they fight na woman. Say pick the jealous Capo Daniel. This thing where they happen today, so pick be pent and down very well. He say no who the advisor Yaba say na the biggest mistake the way they don't ever do for appoint Capo Daniel and Tapang Ivor. Say they will regret them. Say Capo Daniel will destroy that organization. They no listen. They no listen. Remember, say Capo Daniel, this struggle start with Capo Daniel be there for China. He work for Cameroon embassy for China. And Capo Daniel be make and categorically clear say all through his life, if you don't define an opportunity, if you don't always want to be a politician, if you don't define an opportunity, how if you advance a political career, the Ambazonan struggle just come at a perfect time. And it was a perfect place for Capo Daniel for exercise that. Remember, say Capo Daniel will be very instrumental. Pay a ticket, go for Nigeria for the third conclave, stop them. It will be very, very instrumental for that thing. After Capo Daniel come on for the remember saying that Capo Daniel be first man for oppose Ayaba, will tell Ayaba say where Ayaba can claim that 6 gendarmes them. Capo Daniel na he he don't go delay the video. It was a video and a right away Capo Daniel because it be Ayaba. Maybe that time be the way that small Jewish cabin for head, that Jewish cabin. Now Capo Daniel be first man for to say maybe Ayaba do that thing. After that, remember say now Capo Daniel blackmail this concept of LGA by county. Now he stigmatize people then for this thing where they know be 1 year about LGA by county because of problem where happen between Chris Bonga, Amigo, Arke, and the Boyo Council. Remember, say Capo Daniel be sleep for social media every day for blackmail Boyo Council, say they want key RK. He peddle lies them about Boyo Council and Amego, where they know be not true. It make up people that say, oh, county by county about kiddies, they destroy Boyo. Where Boyo was doing great, just like Bui. Now Capo Daniel destroyed that structure. Remember, say,
Right.
after Capo Daniel prop up RK with kind audio fight them. Audio fight the way they don't ever exist. Sisiko find relevance in Capo Daniel. Can you imagine? He appoint Capo Daniel ambassador for Asia and North Africa. Middle East and North Africa. Remember, Capo Daniel at the same time
Yes, I remember
as
they
an
appointed
activist.
at
The same time being an ambassador. Capo Daniel take that opportunity for Billy political career very well. So I about find favor in Capo Daniel. Now Capo Daniel, that's all for you. Remember very well.
That's true.
Capo Daniel, your main goal was to have somebody that it be for get somebody who would give relevant, and RK give the type of relevance we Capo Daniel be get, and because not true RK we Sisiko see Capo Daniel like a very reliable rabbit. Not true RK we ADF Ayabacho, they see Capo Daniel like a reliable gong lock. What happen? Them you still come back and destroy RK. Can't talk about all those things them. We be talk about RK in a lie. I remember for 2018 we Capo Daniel talks today, so RK don't capture 8 janam for Benakuma. The janam the day in is keeping all in their life. Say RK the talks me the release is cool. And he cabinet all for so that if he use those Asian like prisoner swap exchange, we Capo Daniel no even know say Benakuma. When I come debunk him, AGovC people then come my le honey bees. See we say Capo Daniel the talk I no pass. We say Capo Daniel the talk the truth. We not lie. No, but here we Capo Daniel finally can talk. Say all that thing be not lie. Say na he be the Joe help RK. Say RK be not naughty. Just imagine the damage we Capo Daniel cause and with all that manipulation them. Just imagine. That way Sisi could dismiss Capo Daniel. Now for those that here we start Sisi could say, oh, Sisi could you picking and I be the harbor Sisi could picking and I be the keep Sisi could picking and a woman for Yaoundé. Say they no be get place or stay where they try to adopt that part, they be get problem for Nigeria. Now you can give them a safe passage. Now you can hide them for Yaoundé under keeping. Now that time they will start hearing that in him. So this team wake up and any problem Capo Daniel get our AGovC. No be small team. Maybe don't create your own force. If you talk about creating your own platform, you know what Capo Daniel will do. Una just joke na joke. Una no even know. Una no even know. Ambassador they don't ever listen. PKB don't predict this thing. I just hope say way it no ever happen. Say people if even get that small dignity in them, especially that AGC, ADF people them, for even come back and tell PK say all true, you have been right. You will be one way, but we don't know yet because everything PKB predict about Capo Daniel how it will happen, it happened. Don't patch be talking on. Say Capo Daniel will go for La République. Say Capo Daniel will go for La République les sources qu'on them. The journey just start. Oh, but don't tell una say the day way Ayaba will get problem with Capo Daniel. Una never see nothing. The two una will take una I see am. The Amazonian struggle never see am. Capo Daniel already proved now say Ayaba arrival. It already built itself enough for also be a negotiator, for also be a leader, just like others them. They for this struggle. Capo Daniel already reached that level. Why Capo Daniel will see self like CIC? Wait the way Capo Daniel no get away. Which firm the way Capo Daniel no get away? Some man will think say Capo Daniel no be CIC too like Ayaba. He get forces them to be loyal to you. All true. Capo Daniel be the position itself. Oh, he talk with all fighters. This is and that other kinds of the physical Capo Daniel was doing a favor. No, to the AGovC ADM not lie. Capo Daniel, they also pull the string for your own advantage. They are still fighters who are loyal to Capo Daniel, who will believe in Capo Daniel. You know, see for the way you know, see that screenshot for the way I share away put up on Facebook.
Said something.
When some fighter they already talk to, they know they under ADF, they didn't under dark cloud.
Thank you. You don't really explain that thing very well, and I mean, it is always important for us to have different ideas from different people, different opinions, so that you understand. Okay, you understand how this struggle has gone and the level of what has been going on, and it's always good so that you see how destructive some people are. Capo Daniel has gone and created his own force. Okay, he went and created his own force, and you expect him to still be under Ayaba or what? No, he said no. I cannot be under Ayaba no more. He went and created his own thing, and what do you expect from somebody who went and created his own thing? He went and created his own force, created everything, and now he said he's a CIC of his own organization. And if you look at the rivalry that is going on now, it's between the Ayaba and this is it. Listen to him.
Abandon things them. No, not be the right solution. So make we focus our energy. Now only the enemy want to see we fight each other. I don't get some provocative statement the way it be made by Lucas Asu, the new spokesman for the AGovC. Make it stop up. If the AGovC want fight me, they go fail. They go be self-destruct. Why? Because I stand for the truth and I stand for light. If you fight any man, whether man be on the right, on the right, you will fail. Whatever I'm doing is for my country. Whatever I have been doing is for my country. And whatever I will do is for my country. Do the same. Unless there is really some evidence. Say something the way in the world they will not talk them outside, maybe we understand. But if una problem na only say Capo Daniel, it don't leave una for go do your own things there. We una know very well the reason why I come out for go, why I come out in the first place. That means say now una be the problem. So make we forget all these small things the way you not go do anything. Make we forget that. Before na IG they ask Dr. Chose, now who give you power for create an organization. Now who give this one, now you give one. Today now the AGovC one they ask that kind of question. Chai.
Okay, so when I do na so the thing do be now we have a problem between Ayaba and the couple Pamela. So what I'm bringing this because of this struggle. We have so many groups now, and the trust that the Amazonian people want is not on groups. It's not on groups. So people can create their organizations, put them their under register it like Capo Daniel has done. Amazonians will not trust groups. Don't put your trust in groups. If you go and trust a group that somebody created by his own self, like now, Capo Daniel has worked so hard along the years for Ayaba, right? Ayaba can just come one day and say, please, you are fired. That's it. But it's not like that in the government. The interim government works with the people's support. Okay, no one owns the interim government. That is the difference. But some of our own people don't understand the difference between interim government and groups. So they prefer to support groups, you see, but they have not really understand what is the constitution and what the constitution say about having an interim government. Okay. They prefer to go and create their groups, and they think that the Amazonian people will support those groups, which is, we don't trust them. We don't trust the groups. We've seen this, the scandalous money transfer that happened between the ADF and the Amogo Belenga. We heard the audio. Do you think that these people can be held accountable if they own their groups? No. How do you hold Ayaba accountable? How do you hold Jomba Akuru of his own party there? How do you hold the other member, Akwanga? You can't hold them responsible. You can't. So it's very important for us to understand what we are saying here is about this group that can be corrupted. And when you support them, you are not supporting, you are not helping the struggle. Okay. Yes, they have some support, they have some activities that some of them do, but I talk about accountability. Can you ask Ayaba how much money he has collected from our local population? Do you know? No. Can you ask him to give? No. How do you go and ask somebody who owns his organization? He owns his own thing. He's a commander-in-chief. He's everything. How do you want to go and ask him? That is the question. So they can go and sign deals with the Republic. They can go and do tax collection. They can go and embezzle money. How do you hold them accountable? If they say no, it's no. Because they own their groups. And their members don't have powers because their members are just there to support them, to continue their thievery. So the members don't have the powers to remove any of them. So what we are trying to say is the relationship that you can say, okay, you have, but if somebody is committing all these atrocities, will you go and sign any collaboration deal with that person, knowing fully whether that person is committing crime against the population? Something that Geneva Convention condemns. It's terrible. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about this. What Thibaut Nagy said. You can see he said, obviously, up to the people of Cameroon, Amazonia, Southern Cameroon, Amazonia, to determine their future, not any outsider. That one, I want us to understand this. Only the people of Southern Cameroon will determine their future, not any outsider. So I want those people who are relying on some external forces somewhere in the sky to come and help us. The Amazonian people are the ones to determine their own future. Okay? Then, you see, he writes, we'll only note that both South Sudan and Eritrea, which fought long, bitter wars for independence, got international recognition through referendums. So, he's saying this, that our fight has started going to the level where the international community will only come in and say, you just do your referendums, as it happened in South Sudan and Eritrea. And that is our option, because our people are willing to go their separate ways. You cannot force the people to live with you when do they want to live. Okay? The people of Southern Cameroon have fought so hard for their own self-determination. So you cannot force them that, no, you have to stay with us. No, that's what Thibaut Nagy is saying there in this latest tweet, right? That is what he's saying. And some of you will still not understand the politics behind all these. You know, this one is called Thibaut Nagy. He is the former Assistant Secretary, Under Secretary of State for African Affairs. So he knows a lot about the struggle because he has also been working in the American Embassy in Cameroon. Okay. So we are saying this because there are people who still think that Cameroon will just keep killing our people, then the world will keep saying no. There will be time that they will tell Cameroon that, okay, enough is enough. Go and see how to start the referendum. Okay. That's why we have seen the Cameroon government are trying to go ahead of things. They will be asking their people to come more. Like in Mamenda, you saw what happened. That those people that they killed there, the Bamenda and Boya government council are still controlled by the Republic people. So what do you give in return, or what do you have in return? Nothing. Okay, the union is just there, but you don't see any benefit that we have. Okay, most of our benefits are taken by La Republic. The people don't see nothing. Now that they are even suffering economic crisis, okay, what do you think you can get from these people? Nothing. Then our fellow Republicans, they call themselves, they'll be proud Amazonians. Okay. I want you people to see how our Amazonian mothers are dancing. They are saying that they are proud Amazonian mothers. Yes. And this is what should be made in all the counties when our mothers are proud to say they are Mama Amba, they are Mama Amba. That is what we were talking about. Watch them as we see.
lo mama amba, c'est le mama amba.
Interesting. Our Amazonian women are making us proud. So thank you for watching. Thank you. And as you can see, those are our Amazonian women being proud of being Amazonian mothers. And we expect all mothers of Amazonia to do the same. Be proud of your children. Be proud of the work they're doing. Support them. Do whatever you can to support them, to make sure that we go to the end of this battle. It's a joint battle. It's a joint responsibility. So we should stop the blame game. The blame game is over. We have to take the bull by the horn. Okay? Let's forget about all those noise makers and okay? Take the bull by the horn. It's our joint responsibility. This crisis will not be won by any other person but than the people of Amazonia. You've heard what Thibaut Nagy have said. There are many people who have been discouraged, but when you discourage to fight for your land, the enemy will take it. But the crisis is not fought by many people. It's fought by a very few. And we expect those few to be determined people, not people who fight and run away to come and fight another day. Like Bob Marley said, we are the people of Amazonia. We are proud to be Amazonians. We are proud to be those people who have their own flag and their own anthem, everything. So we are going to maintain that status quo. We're going to fight for it. We're going to keep it. And we're going to make sure that we tell the world that we are ready for our own country. Yes. So I want to tell you, thank you very much. The struggle is moving. So please keep supporting the struggle. And God bless you all. Thank you very much for watching. And God